And then look, here's your jet stream. Look at that cold air plunging down as far southbound as Texas and the Gulf Coast. Flashlights, candles, anything that you could think of, just have that stuff on standby and be prepared. So where did we go wrong with this? Well, what happened was that we had dry air around 5,000 to 7,000 feet. We call that dry air entrainment. You've probably heard us mention Virga. That's very similar to what we're talking about here. Holiday Farm fire. In fact, you can actually see that plume of smoke now shifting up to the north here, and that's why they have issued that level 3 evacuation.
Breaking news.
Welcome back. We apologize for interrupting your programming, but we have a flash flood warning right now happening across eastern sections of the viewing area. So right now we got a very deadly Category 5 hurricane. This is going to be zeroing in on the Bahamas as we head throughout the next 24 to 36 hours. So you have all this concrete, you have all this asphalt, and that actually increases the observed temperature. Why do we care about the jet stream? Well, because when you have a very strong jet stream, that is the key to getting a very strong storm. Look at this. We got that westerly wind component. What do you see right here? We got south wind. So now we're pumping in that moisture. You see, on a typical day, the sun heats the planet. The ground is warmer than the upper atmosphere, so that less dense air will mix up into the upper atmosphere. What happemos now, though, is because we're nudged in the Willamette Valley between two mountain ranges, we end up getting cold, dense air that goes down to the surface. And we're actually planting 31 trees. Now, here's the way I see it. From about 4 p.m. until 4 a.m. on Friday, we have a 12-hour window that we have that threat of ice. Getting over my biggest fear on live TV. Ah!
Oh, boy. Well, you know, the biggest shock here is that Dylan's hair actually moved.
Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Dylan Robichaud.
New data just came in shows that we had a record summer in terms of wildfire smoke, not just in Oregon, but across the whole country. Here's a look at the data. And again, this goes back from 2006 to 2019. And you'll see that 2023 sticks out like a sore thumb because we had so many fires up in Canada this year. But just the last few years are all kind of scrunched in here as well, showing that we've had a lot of smoke since 2020. And as we look here at the wildfire smoke days across the whole nation, obviously Oregon, Washington, California stick out here as some of the smokiest. But you may not know that the northern plains also can see anywhere between 60 to 80 days per year where their air quality is impacted due to the smoke. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit closer to home in Oregon, and you can see parts of Lane County, Douglas County, and that goes out to Bend as well, can get between 80 and 100 smoky days per summer. Very remarkable here, and we hate dealing with it, but unfortunately it's the price to pay for living in our beautiful state. Right now, though, we are actually dealing with some bad air quality, and it's not because of smoke, it's because of pollution. You have cars and you have wood-burning stoves, and you get that air, that pollution that gets trapped down and lodged between the two mountain passes. And so we expect it to be a problem again as we go into tonight and tomorrow. Now, the kind of air quality impacts that you get from that are much more minimal compared to smoke, and we're looking at the moderate at worst for tonight and tomorrow. How about the sky conditions? Tomorrow, though, you can sure bet we'll have dense fog from Corvallis down to Eugene. That does not change, but if you live along the coast or the Cascades, you'll have some high thin clouds that will make for a remarkable day tomorrow. Let's talk about the afternoon because we get rid of the high thin clouds. Stormcast is showing that the whole valley will turn sunny. That won't happen. I think Eugene, Cottage Grove, Crestwell, all these communities in here will be dealing with those low clouds throughout the day. Overnight tonight, though, we drop down to the 30s. It will be a cold one, and tomorrow you may need the ice scraper as we'll have frost on your windshield yet again. As we go into tomorrow afternoon, a chilly, cloudy afternoon, but then as we head off to the coast, look at those numbers as we make it into the low 60s for the highs.